Deviant Moon Tarot deck has a message for you. Think or say out loud, I allow this reading because consent is important. And that's how you get that. Ha ha! The bullies are getting their... The bullies are getting their... And this card, when it stays in the title card, when it comes out in a reading, it means spirit's controlling this. And then to have the judgment card, it's because it's this full moon with this many signs in Libra, as well as everything else going on energetically. Judgment's being called on the people who abused you, harmed you, stole from you. This could be coworkers. This could be anybody in your energy at any point in your past. They had this energy in them. They were working for that side, whether they realized it or not. They are lost souls. They are narcissists. They are toxic. Their soul is going where this belongs. It's part of the judgment being called, and boy, do they realize it now. And some might actually start calling you or texting you or trying to see you or trying to message you and acting like, hey, how are you? No. You don't let those people back in, by the way. Spirit showed you who they were the moment they tried and did some nonsense that made you pull back. And you know what? Those that you had messaged a while ago and never got back to you and now are suddenly in this weird energy, and in all of your heart and soul, they were either talking behind your back or trying to sabotage you or whatever it was. You don't go, oh, okay, you must have just been busy. We're not taking excuses anymore. There are some cases with certain people that you go, oh, okay, it makes sense. Those were never the people this reading was about anyway, right? You know that. The people that are like, hey, I lost my phone, this happened, that happened, and they were never a problem, never made you feel bad. They're not this. So that doesn't apply to them. But you will know, because this is coming in incredibly fast. Their results, their punishment, their karma, they're never getting to rest again. They are going to be stuck in anguish and karma and torture and in the other realm once they pass on, for sure. But in this life, they're getting their karma times 10. Many of us are getting the same message from spirit, who are channelers, who are intuitives, who are readers, who are shaman like I am, and all the other stuff. All that they did to you, they are getting full fold. And there's this infinity symbol many of us are seeing connected to it, because they need to learn truly. And only way they can learn is if it's done to them, what they did to you. And you can say, I don't wish them bad. Good, because that would be bad karma for you. You don't need to wish anybody nothing. You need to understand that when all these people start coming back in at this time, most of them need to be kept away and being like, oh, no, I'm excellent and busy. Peace. Gotta go. Or just completely blocking and being like, oh, they dared. Click. Bye-bye. Because we are not getting back in any of this toxic energy. 3, 2, 1. We aren't going backwards. These people are. 10 of Cups in reverse. All of their happily ever afters are not coming true. They are not going to get any kind of warning sign either. This is going to clack them in the jaw like it's China in a shop. Their life is going to be shattering. All right? Money problems up the wazoo. Nobody helping them. And guess what? They're not meant to have the help. They're not supposed to be saved. There are no 3 strikes and then you're out at this point. It's 1 and done. All right. Now, this is a very strong message because some people really need to hear it. You have been abused and wronged for so long. And as I'm recording this, it's September, and September is Suicide Awareness Month. So for many people, they have been treated horrifically at some point in their lives, and those people seem to get completely away with it. I promise you, baby, they never really did. It was on a delay timetable so that as they thought they got away with it, they can get slapped in the face with it. They are not having... Whatever was going right is going wrong now for them. It really is those that were made last will finally be being put first. So you are getting your blessings. The judgment that's coming in for you is now going to be getting your popcorn and watching the nonsense of them begging and pleading to the universe and or to you, and have it be like, bye fool. Because absolutely not. Spirit sees them for this. And we're not taking in strays. of a toxic plague nature. There's plenty of strays out there, my dear. And there's plenty of adoption agencies that will make sure they're nice and clean for you first. So we don't take in strays. They're the Empress. A little bit of nuda booty. You're the Empress. And they denied you your love, your happiness, your joy for far too long. And look at that, justice, baby. There's going to be a lot of messages coming through now in the next few days at minimum about this. Because as I've been saying in a lot of my readings, this retrograde season has been the energy that's been pulling back the bow or the slingshot to the bow and arrow to the slingshot. Further and further back, like in one of those video games where you just keep leveling up and powering up the further you hold it, right? Until, bam! Here comes morning. And they're going to be in an absolute horrible state, okay? Now, I understand some of you have every right, by the way, to be happy about this. There is nothing wrong with seeing someone who's an abuser, a bad person, getting what's coming to them. Because otherwise, why are we always happy when we hear someone doing something wrong and getting the verdict in a court case that we know they deserve? We're happy when bad people like murderers get put in a jail cell. We are allowed to be happy when the people who murdered our happiness, our joy, our merriment, our love, our wealth, kept it, broke it, stole it, hurt it, are getting what's deserving of them. There is nothing wrong in that. All it is usually a fear response of, I might get in trouble for being happy about this. No, you're allowed to be happy that the people who wronged you are getting what's deserving to them. It's part of the balance of the universe. You can't be all light and love and think you're doing everything you need for your journey in full self. When there's only light and love, that means you're ignoring all your shadow self and the wounds. And when you deny all your emotions, it is a toxicity unto itself. So, yes, you need to stay in a happy, healthy energy, but there is a difference between acknowledging and knowing that your feelings and emotions are valid and getting stuck on only revenge and vengeance versus thriving, living, happy, allowing this justice to come in on these because you are getting all that is meant for you. Sorry, there's a little boobity. Things are turning in your favor so beautifully, my love. It really, really is. You've been manifesting so much good. And by the way, they want you to understand these people, they're not getting any ever happily ever after. There's no merriment. There's no true union going to be coming for them. And nothing they try to manifest is going to work. So if you've been hearing that people have been putting hexes and death spells and whatever else on you, at this point, they're just adding to their sentence for the afterlife. All right. Like these people already have their rooms assigned. This is not any way of fixing it. These are also not people who would ever be able to suddenly want to do the healing and truly do the healing and suddenly change into good people. This is never going to be an Ebenezer Scrooge. The ghosts did it all in one night. No. Otherwise, all those chances these people have gotten and spirit tried to bang into their brains would have worked. So at this point, bye. Okay? So don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. Some part of yourself in your soul will start feeling relieved because your body needs to feel this scales balancing out. And it is now balancing out in your favor. The victims in life are now making themselves into the victors of their life. And Spirit is making sure that happens with the Magician card, the Justice card, the Judgment card. It was always meant to start at this time now. 9/11 on the timer as I'm saying this. All right. On a full moon with a lunar eclipse. Pluto is in retrograde. Uranus is in retrograde. Saturn's in retrograde. Neptune's in retrograde. Lilith's in Libra. Venus is in Libra. So karma and justice and interpersonal relationships and looking back on all of it and having it all be put through the karmic council. That is what's going on at this time. So if the energy feels really wonky, it's okay. It's not really you. Everything's changing over. We're getting new codes downloaded because of this new time. Things are going to be changed over. People are awakening. People are getting their justice. You are getting all your good. Use the link in my bio. Book yourself a private reading so we can get more into stuff for you and become a live subscriber of mine because I'm going live on the full moon for only subscribers to do extra blessings.